Gotta eat good before I go fishing in the middle of the night. These peppers give me a lot of energy. Love them. Luckily, it's not Mr. Bingle outside, but it is going to get down to 59 tonight, so we'll take this hoodie. Whereas I am a firm believer in doing the dishes, it's not necessary before fishing, but water is not so easy to do one-handed. We're just going to take a little bit. We're not going to stay long. All right. So we're going to just go check it out. We're going to take a little cruise down to the Bayou. This is Saturday. Yesterday was Black Friday. Of course, Thursday was Thanksgiving. Well, you're just a little love bug. So, also, you know, like in most places, Saturday after Black Friday is just what? Take it easy, relax. Well, that's not so much the case here in New Orleans. We have something called Bayou Classic. It's a football game between two colleges. It gets kind of crazy. There's a lot of people around. You wouldn't know that off in my neighborhood. There are more people here than normal, but it's not crazy. Other places, it might be crazy. It's mostly going to be a traffic thing. There might be some people, but let's go cruise down Esplanade and see who's around. All right, now we're on Esplanade, and we're going to do a little brief cruise through a part of the French Quarter. We're like basically on the edge. We're at Esplanade and Decatur. There's a little bit of activity here. Nothing too crazy. Checkpoint Charlie's, all kinds of people out. Usually there's a bunch of junkies, squatter, gutter punk kids. Oh, we just passed a big group. Didn't get a chance to show you. Hopefully where we're going, it's not as busy as here. This is kind of busy, but not crazy. All right, it's 9:49. I'm still on Esplanade. Still got the French Quarter on one side and the Marigny Triangle on the other. It hasn't been long since we passed back there at Decatur where Checkpoint Charlie's is. We're coming up to another bar. I think this is Buffa's. It's just traffic jam. Stuck in traffic. You want to go into Buffa's?
No.
No?
Not tonight.
No. To some dive bar. Finally, a green light. This is Rampart. Look at that. All the security cameras. What was that?
People.
There are all these cameras. You see that flashing right there? It's to let you know that there's cameras. Alright, this intersection is the area we're going. I call it Waterworld. Right here, we're going over Bayou St. John. You can't really see it. It's kind of foggy out here too. And then City Park is right in front of us. Craig is confused. He doesn't know where to go. He doesn't know where anything is at the moment. And I haven't told him where we're going. So let me tell him where we're going. Alright, we're creeping our way through City Park. We're gonna park soon. The museum is right in front of us.
Yeah,
There's a lot of people here.
Mine's pretty up there.
It says 300 over there. You can go to your right and park.
Yeah. Is that Big Lake?
This is Big lake to the right. Yeah, this is sort of a vloggy fishing video because I don't really expect much tonight. I'm just going to enjoy the night. It's kind of foggy. It's not cold. I am going to look for yellow bass and other things with my friend Craig and deal with the influx of people in the town. There's a little pond right here. I don't expect much fish in it. So yeah, we're gonna look for yellow bass because yellow bass start to bite more down here when the water gets colder, and it's getting colder. But usually we do really good on yellow bass in January, and it's just November right now. So we're gonna start at Big Lake. Let's do it. All right, so I'm gonna use bait and bait. Basically, one rod for night crawler, one rod for jigs, but we're gonna put nibblers on probably tonight. See if we can coax a bite. All right, let's talk more about the methods. He's slanted sidewall. Yep, I'm gonna drop shot a night crawler. That's one of my favorite things to do. And I'm going to do a jig on the other rod, just a triple tail by Big Bite on a 1/16 ounce jig head. It's avocado chartreuse. I might put a nibbler on that, probably will. Now, if they're not hitting that, I might change this to a drop shot and drop shot a similar bait up higher and fish slower. Though this is what we're doing. This is how we're gonna start. Let's get down there. There's a lot of people walking around this jogging trail here tonight. We can fish here till 11. So let's take advantage of that. There are nice yellow bass here. Where am I going? Going to the water. All right, so if you haven't been here during the day lately, you don't know what's up. They've been working on a project over here to my left. They're making the sculpture garden bigger. So they have Big Lake dammed up still. There's like a dam on the other side of this fence. Looks like if I wanted to, I could walk around. Someone's adjusted this fence to my liking. So we're on a wall here, you see this? And this is where we're gonna start. I've caught nice yellow bass off this wall, and they're gonna be out here somewhere. It's a little deep off the wall. Yeah, for this water anyway, it's probably about 2 feet right here, and 3 to 4 going that way, and then deeper right out there. There we go. If you listen clearly, you're going to hear a generator to my left that's keeping the dam stable. The dam is like a big pillow, big black pillow, but directly in front of us is a geyser, a waterfall. Absolutely no joy from the jig. I'm not surprised. So I have this drop shot set at about 10 inches below the hook is where the weight is, and we're using a size 6 Aberdeen, and put just a piece of worm. Oh, he's trying to get away. You can't get away. There's a choo-choo train. It's a little tiny choo-choo train. It's for little people. So like I said, I'm using a 1/8 ounce lead. I like to go lighter. There's like 4 miles of wind. There's no wind right now. I just couldn't get what I usually use. Usually use 1/16 ounce teardrops, and I'm using a teardrop because I got a soft bottom here. If I was somewhere else with a hard bottom, rocks and whatnot, I would go with something more cylindrical or a stick drop shot weight if you would. So this works really good. This will enable me to throw out a little further. We'll give this a go for a little bit, then we'll go to check out another spot. So I'm not really going to sit here and go stationary. I'm going to stay static, but I'm going to fish this worm along the bottom real slow, picking it up, dropping it, work the weight along, and then almost fishing on a slack line, pretty much a slack line, but I'll pull it tight and then I'll let it go, and that enables the worm to wag around get some attention from the fish. I'm basically trying to put this in the fish's face. It's possible if the fish aren't feeding heavily that the lead jig head is spooking the fish, so keeping the lead below the bait might be the trick. Just using live bait right now is probably what's going to catch something for me. Man, this generator thing over here that's running the dam is loud. Probably sounds like a tractor on the video. Well, it's not what I came here for. But it's a fish. A fish is a fish, right? It's a nice little green trout. Yeah, well, he looks more like it's a largemouth bass. Some people call him green trout down here. Handsome little fella. All right. Whoa!
There it goes.
Suicidal. All right, everything is shutting down. The park closes at 11, so we got to go. But we're gonna keep fishing. It's kind of slow here anyway. It's, you know, middle of the night pretty much. Look at this. This is a blue bike. It's a share bike thing. These things are absolutely everywhere. They're a docked bike. You know, they're supposed to have dockings. What I mean is, you know, there's a dock is a place where they all get locked up, but you could pay extra and leave it anywhere. So consequently, people are leaving them everywhere, but they're paying extra supposedly. Sidewalks, in front of businesses, in front of your house, in your driveway, in the grass, everywhere. So I just found out Craig doesn't know what share bikes are. Basically, they're bikes that you rent by the hour. So let's go vertical jigging somewhere for whatever. All right, we're almost to my vertical jigging spot. Look at, this is a blue bike dock. There's about 20 of them here, right where the trolley stops, streetcar. Can y'all see that? It says Eric Peterson. It's like one of these troughs, water trough things for mules. So we're walking up to Esplanade Bridge over the bayou. This is where I found my coonhound, actually, my old dog Dixie. She was running over this bridge one night when I was fishing for crappie. But we are going to go further across the bridge. This is actually the spot where I found her. I was fishing right here. But normally I catch yellow bass on the other side towards the park, and that's where we're going to start, and then we'll work our way back. Could fish the middle where it's deeper, but we're going to fish to the side. All right, we're over at the spot. I'm just going to fish a night crawler here, see what I get. If you hang over this railing and look down, you'll see that there's a wall right here, and then it ends about where my hand is saying hi. I'm going to drop down right there. I usually pick up yellow bass here. Craig is just a few feet down fishing along the wall. You can catch gills there. Yeah, one thing I forgot to point out, right where this wall ends, there's a drop off, and the depth after as you go towards the bank here, closer to, oh, I love honking when I'm filming. Where the honking was headed, it shallows up. So where Craig is fishing, it shallows up a little bit. Ooh, there was a little hit. There's a traffic cone down there. Yeah. Another little green trout. All right, Craig.
Yeah.
We each caught a fish tonight.
Yeah, smaller than yours though.
Smaller than mine. At least we didn't get skunked.
Yeah.
Yours actually looks like a bass. Mine looked like a green trout.
I thought it might have been a yellow bass.
Yeah, different. I'll just point out a slight coloration difference between the Bayou and City Park.
Oh, okay.
Mine was paler, that one was a little darker. Real quick, just one more bridge. This is Robert E. Lee by the Greek Orthodox Church over by St. John. It's kind of deep right here. Let's see what we can get on worms and jigs here.
Oh, croaker.
Little spot croaker. Right?
Huh?
Just a little croaker.
Like a regular croaker to me.
Got him in the bottom of the lip.
Huh.
Tiny little thing.
Be good cut bait now.
Good cracker bait.
Yeah. Maybe we can catch it. Pull the
I think that, I'm pretty sure that was a spot croaker. Finally, my second fish from this spot. Let's see what we got here. The same thing as before.
Go on the ground, go with my big rod and throw it out there.
Yeah, that's not going to be fruitful. You'd be wasting this fish's life.
You out there getting a bite?
Nope. There you go. All right, so I've been messing around with this spot for a few minutes where I just caught that little croaker. You see where these little lights here? See where my fingers are dancing? See the lights reflecting on the water? There's a lot of activity over there. I'm almost ready to give up, but man, I don't even know where my bait went.
It went straight out.
Thought it went up onto the grass, but
No.
yeah, where the lights be dancing on the water, there's fish there. All right, another little fish from over there off the bank. Let's see if,
Bluegill.
hey,
Small
we're out of that spot rut. Another little fish from over there. Still a lot of traffic streaming by here. Party people, I assume, because they're booming a lot of crappy bass. This one put up a little bit of a fight when he hit the line. Croaker. Little spot croaker.
Yeah.
It's not actually a real croaker. I'm pretty sure this is a spot croaker. Can you see the spot
Yeah.
right here? Yeah, it's kind of faint. I don't know. Maybe it's actually a real croaker. Croaker and spot croaker
That's a regular croaker there.
look exactly alike.
That's a regular croaker there.
Little croaker. What'd you do? Put a piece of worm on a jig?
Nothing. This is a spot croaker I got right here. I'll show you. Yeah. One must be good. Yeah, sheep.
That's a spot.
Yeah, the yellow spot right here looks like.
Yeah, everything I've caught tonight was a spot croaker. They have that spot.
Little
See how
spot there.
faint it is?
Yeah, yeah. You can barely see it, but it's there though.
Bring that up to the camera. You can barely see it. There's a faint spot right here behind its gill flap.
I thought they had a black dot on the tail or something. Man.
No. All right. So you just put a little piece of worm on a 1/16 ounce crappie jig. We'll do this for a little bit and give up because you get kind of bored catching one after another, one little spot. Oh!
That's a regular croaker there. No spot.
Yeah, there's no spot.
That's a regular one there.
So it's spot and croaker.
Yeah.
Some people just call them spots, some people call them spot croaker. I think on Wikipedia they're just called spots.
Yeah.
But down here you'll hear people call them spot croaker
Yeah.
because they look like croaker. All right. I'm up on the railing right now. This one's got some beef on his shoulders. A little drum down in his gullet. That's why we call them croakers. Croaking. Go croak out there. Well, this one's tiny. I could barely feel him on there. Different species. It's just a bluegill. Very pale. I know my light is kind of bright, but he's a fairly pale bluegill. Whoa. Almost lost it right there.
It's a nice size one too.
Mm-hmm.
You should take it home and eat it. No? Why not? I hear they make good fish cakes. Honestly, somebody told me they did that once.
Made
Woo.
fish cakes with pan.
That's what he said. One of my subscribers fished with him recently.
I want to taste it.
He said it was good. I don't know. Maybe we'll try it sometime. You guys hear that? I still have the chesty on, so I'm trying to document this. This is right behind where we were just fishing. We're headed back to the truck right now. This is a water pipe crossing the bayou. It is absolutely gushing out of there. It's busted, yeah. Wonder how that happened. Probably from that tree. It's anybody's guess, but it's spraying water everywhere. All right, like I said, I didn't expect much. I really am looking forward to catching yellow bass as we get into the colder season that we're coming into right now. We're in fall still technically, but December is right around the corner. Maybe it'll start happening in December, but I really expect it to be on in January. January is really the start of our panfish season. You know, it'll be yellow bass along with crappie, red ears, and then, you know, goggle eye, bluegill as we go through winter and spring. So yeah, can't wait to catch yellow bass again. I don't know if you'd call this a really good fishery for yellow bass. I just know that they're here and they're in City Park, and I know that I saw my friend Tom catch one in the spillway, and so I believe they're in the spillway. If you know of another place to catch yellow bass in southeast Louisiana, just mention it down in the comments, because we're looking for some fresh spots to go hit yellow bass down here. Would love to go check out some new yellow bass spots. But right now, I'm gonna go check out a favorite spot of mine, the bedroom. See you next time.